Hello and welcome back to LK Tuition. My name's Lucas and today we're going to be looking at estimating calculations. Hope you're well and let's get cracking. So when you're asked to estimate a calculation, basically you can make a difficult calculation a lot easier by rounding the numbers in it to easier numbers and then just work that out. So for example, if you were given estimate 4.23 times 101.75, you can simplify that by rounding those numbers. And round them just to as easy a number as you can. So 4.23, you could round it to 4.2, but round it to 4, make it easy. So 4.23 rounds to 4, and 101.75 can be rounded to 100. And then timesing them together is a lot easier. So 4 times 100 is 400. And that is what you call your estimated answer. Okay, so you round the numbers and then you just have a go at the question with the easier numbers. So here are a few to have a go at. Pause the video, have a go, and then we'll have a look at them together. Okay, so question 1 then. So we've got 805 plus 689. So let's just round these numbers up. So I'm going to put a little squiggly equal sign, which means approximately equal to, so they know that I'm estimating, so not quite equal to. So 805, I can round that to 800, and 689, I can round that to 700. And then if I add them together, I'm going to get 1,500, and that's my answer. Okay, next one, we've got 50.3 minus 41.7. Well, this is approximately equal to, so 50.3 I can round to 50, and 41.7 I can round down to 40. And 50, take away 40, is 10. Okay, so 2.79 times 6,345. Well, 2.79 I'm going to round to 3, and 6,345 I'm going to round to 6,000. And then 3 times 6 is 18, so 3 times 6,000 is 18,000. Okay, and then finally, we've got 71.8 divided by 9.74. Well, again, we can just keep rounding. So 71.8, I'm going to round down to 70. And 9.74, I can round up to 10. And 70 divided by 10 is 7. Okay, so let's have a look at a few more complicated questions. So we've got 3 more that are a bit more tricky. So again, pause the video, have a go, round everything to something simpler, and then see if you can figure it out. All right then, so let's start with number 5. So let's round all these numbers to start with then. So 21.32, I'm going to round to 20. 49.78, I'm going to round to 50. 4.69, I'm going to round to 5. And 20.03, I'm going to round down to 20. Okay, great. Now 20 times 50, well, there's a few ways of doing this, but 50 times 2 is 100, so 50 times 20 would be 1,000, divided by 25 is 5 plus 20, and that is going to give you 40. Okay, so out of interest, you could stick these in the calculator and see how close you get, but that's a pretty alright estimate, I reckon. Now let's look at number 6. We've got 7.2 squared plus the square root of 38. Okay, so this is a bit more interesting. So 7.2 squared, I'm going to round that to 7, so 7 squared. Now root 38, now this is a different kind of estimate because it's a square root, you want to see if there's a square number that it's close to. So if I just list my square numbers, I've got 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, blah, blah, blah. Now 38 is closest to 36. So my way of estimating this is going to be to make that root 36. So I'm almost rounding it to the nearest square number, if that makes sense. Okay, and then 7 squared is 49, and root 36 is 6, and 49 plus 6 is 55. All right, and then finally we want 10.3% of 7,896. Well, this is going to be approximately equal to, let's round it to 10% of, and then 8,000. Okay, and 10% of 8,000 is just 800. Okay, so finally, just a couple of worded questions to have a go at. So again, feel free to pause the video and give these a crack. Okay, so number one, a roll of wallpaper costs £9.5p and Neris buys 31 rolls of wallpaper. Estimate how much she spent in total. Will this estimate be higher or lower than the actual total? Okay, well, to figure out the cost, you would do the cost of one, which is £9.5, times how many rolls you buy, which is 31. But we want an estimate for this, so we're going to do what we've been doing. So 9.05 we're going to round to 9, and 31 we're going to round to 30. Now 9 times 3 is 27, so 9 times 30 is 270, and this is in pounds, so that is my estimate for that. Number two, in a theatre there are 48 rows, and actually we've not finished answering question one. So it says, will this estimate be higher or lower than the actual total? Okay, well, if we look at what we've done, both of these numbers we've rounded down, haven't we? So £9.5p we've rounded down to 9, and 31 rolls of wallpaper we've rounded down. So this answer is going to be lower than the actual total because we've rounded down both times. So the actual cost will be a bit more than that. Okay, number two. So in a theatre there are 48 rows and 29 seats in each row. Tickets for Shrek the Musical cost £9.80 each. Estimate the total ticket sales if a show is sold out. Is your answer an underestimate or an overestimate? Okay, well, the amount of seats then, if there are 48 rows and 29 seats in each row, it's going to be 48 times 29 for the total seats. And to figure out how much money they make if they sell it out, they're going to times that by £9.80. Okay, so again we want to estimate. So this is going to be approximately equal to 48 will round to 50, 29 will round to 30, and 9.8 will round to 10. And then we've got 5 times 3 times 1 is 15. Add the 3 zeros, it's going to be 15,000. Great. Now it says, is your answer an underestimate or an overestimate? Now this is similar to what we asked in the previous question. An overestimate means your answer is higher than the actual figure. An underestimate means your answer is lower than the actual figure. Now, again, with all of these, we've rounded up, haven't we? 48, we rounded up to 50. 29, we rounded up to 30. And 9.8, we rounded up to 10. So this is going to be an overestimate. Okay, so that is some stuff on estimating calculations. Hope you found it useful. Please remember to like and subscribe. This has been LK Tuition, and I'll see you soon for some more maths videos.